Hi and welcome to Tall Guy Rides. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my experience of walking around sitting on the newly released Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650, and especially for the perspective that I'm going to take is for taller riders. I've had a few people questioning. Now I'm going to divide this video into a few aspects, that is performance, ergonomics, colors, and pricing and timelines in that order. Well, performance hasn't changed for the Super Meteor. It continues to carry the same engine from the Interceptor 650. The power and torque figures are more or less the same. There's a small jump in torque of about 0.3 Nm. In terms of ground clearance, the ground clearance is what it is. But the suspension travel on the Super Meteor is more, and that's on both the front and the rear. So I'm assuming that the ride quality will be a lot more plusher compared to the Interceptor 650. And the shocks are by Showa, so a premium suspension manufacturer. So the quality and the way it handles should be great. Now, how it affects the person during a ride, well, I'll have to test ride a bike, and that's the only time I can tell you that, and how it affects the agility of the bike as well. In terms of lighting, we all know they've gotten the LED headlights for the first time. The rear brake light is also LED. In some variants, the turn indicators are halogen, and in some variants, the turn indicators are LED as well. So that's a nice touch. Though at this price point, what it should be about 4.5 lakhs, not declared yet, but we are assuming that it'll at least be 50,000 more expensive than the Interceptor. All of the lights should have been LED, or at least could have been LED. One important point about suspension, well, upside down forks, so premium gear by Showa over there. And in terms of how the bike performs, in terms of how it works, cycle paths, 19-inch front wheel, followed by 16-inch rear wheel, both tubeless. So that's great for long distance riders who want to fix up a puncture. It'll become really easy with a tubeless tire. Whereas for the older variants, which are tube based, it's a process. We all know how difficult it is to fix a puncture for a tube type tire. So that's good. Having a tubeless tire really will make a lot of difference to the people who are going to use this bike to punch in a lot of kilometers across the country. For those audiophiles who are always interested in knowing what a bike sounds like, here you go.
So the first 4 people that came, so you'll have to stand for the next round.
Now, let's quickly talk about ergonomics, and that's what this channel is known for. Tall Guy Rides is all about giving you the inside scoop of what a bike would feel like to ride as a taller, heavier rider. I'm 6'4", I weigh about 110 kilograms. And let me tell you, I've ridden the Vulcan 650, which is the closest competition that the Super Meteor 650 has in the Indian market. And it blows the Vulcan out of the water when it comes to the level of comfort it provides. In fact, one of my friends who owns a Vulcan booked the Super Meteor 650 and has put his Vulcan up for sale. So if you're looking for a Vulcan, it does make a lot more power at about 60 bhp, but yeah, the comfort factor of the Super Meteor is just supreme in that sense. And this isn't even for the tourer variant, I'm talking about the standard variant. It has a very comfortable reach to the handlebars. The switch gear, everything feels ultra premium, ultra nice. The position for the foot pegs is forward set, but not in a way that will cause discomfort even for taller riders, which is where the Vulcan kind of falls behind. It's the foot pegs are just so comfortable. The positioning of the brake, there's a rear brake pedal as well as the gear switch pedals is just right. And in the Super Meteor, you are able to change gears by tapping it with your toes and your heel. So it has that double pedal system that you used to find on retro bikes. Oh, this is just so comfortable. The seat is nice, wide enough for somebody my size, and I'm fairly largely built to be comfortably seated on. Of course, I haven't ridden the bike. It was just kept on stage and we are able to interact with the bike in its stationary position there. But it promised to be a very comfortable situation while riding as well. And in terms of the riding triangle, it was one of the more comfortable riding triangles that I've experienced. I own a Tiger 800. It's not as comfortable as a Super Meteor. I have a KTM 390 Adventure, both big bikes, very tall seat heights, very well proportioned for larger riders. But the Super Meteor felt immediately more comfortable in that space, though one would have to see by riding it for a few hours whether it maintains that level of comfort or not. If you have any questions about the Super Meteor, go ahead, drop a comment, and in case this video has helped you out in any way, oh yeah, I missed one big part of the video, which is the timeline and delivery system. So booking for people at Rider Mania was on, so 5,000 rupees was the booking amount, and people who booked at Rider Mania should receive their bikes in February, around the first week or so, and you will be able to see the bike in the showrooms by the 3rd or the 4th week of January, and that's at least what I heard at Rider Mania. Hopefully they stay true to that timeline, and that's the timeline bit done. Now moving towards the conclusion, like, share, subscribe. So if you thought that this video helped you in any way, and I usually make no frills videos, so if that's a style of content delivery that you like, please consider subscribing to the channel, like the video if it helped you out, and if possible share it with your taller rider friends so that they too can make the most of the information that's out on offer here. With that, I'd like to say thanks, bye, and have a good day.